Greetings, Naked News Guy here, and today in my 13th political position video, I'm going to talk about housing, specifically housing for senior citizens. Now, let me define who I mean by this. By senior citizens, I mean people who are, number one, over the age of 65, number two, who are retired, which means that they do not work a job that makes over the minimum wage amount, as set by my prior videos. And number three, have a primary residence, and that's what I'm referring to. Okay, once you are retired or you make under the minimum wage amount for the year and you are over the age of 65 and you are a citizen or a legal resident of the United States, okay, you should not have to pay an increase in any property taxes on one house that you live in. This does not include businesses, this does not include farms, and this does not include second, third, fourth, 15th houses, okay? But I do believe that on your primary house, if you're an elderly person or over the age of 65, you should not have to pay any more tax increases. Once you turn 65, whatever you are paying in property taxes on your primary residence that you live in should be frozen. And there's a very simple reason for that, okay? The whole idea of creating retirement in the first place was not just so older people didn't end up on the street, which is what we're seeing now, but it was also so that these jobs were opened up for younger people. That was the second thing nobody talks about. And one of the reasons some older people, especially those with less money, have to continue working into their 60s, 70s, and even their 80s is because they can't afford to pay for their house, even if their house was paid off 40 years ago. Now look, anyone who watches my videos, you know I'm the first one to call out bad behavior by older people, by younger people, okay? But this is the thing. Grandma should not be working at Walmart at 93 years old as a greeter because she has to, okay? Because she has to pay taxes on the house that her husband built 50 years ago and now just happens to be in an area that's redeveloping. So that's my first part of my position on senior housing. If it's your house, you live in, your primary residence, your taxes get frozen at 65. And the second thing I'm going to say is that once you hit 65, you should not be able to be evicted from your primary residence. Yes, there should be an eviction protection, okay? Now, people are going to say, well, banks won't give them loans. Well, that's another subject we're going to talk about later. But this is what I believe. Okay, there's no reason somebody who is that age should be out on the street because they decide to jack up the taxes. Naked News Guy here. Like and subscribe for more content.